Shalom. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessing to the hopeful elect and Israelite foreigners scattered abroad. Lately, the last day or two, there's been a lot of controversy, about this Christian Dior cologne, mainly the ad, the commercial they got for this cologne right here. Okay. Now, if you haven't been keeping up, you probably wondering, what's really going on and wondering why I have this bottle of cologne on the screen right now. Okay, the name of this, like I said, is by Christian Dior. And the name of the cologne is Savage, okay? Now, they put a U in it, they try to, I guess try to make it fancy, how they try and do. But it's called Savage, okay? And it's by Christian Dior, and they say it costs like $150. I mean, what kind of damn cologne costs, she must smell pretty good. It costs $150 a bottle, but that's a whole nother story. But yes, it's called Savage, okay? And like I was saying, Christian Dior faced some backlash over the title and mainly the imagery they had in the commercial. Okay, and they got me thinking, going through a few things. So, right now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to play that commercial. Then I'm going to come back and go through a few scriptures and a few other things, all right?
We are the land, the new sauvage, le parfum, Dior.
Okay, as you saw in that commercial I just played, right? They had a Gadite, a so-called Native American, dancing in this commercial. And it's entitled, the cologne is entitled Savage, okay? It says Dior pulls Savage campaign after facing appropriation backlash. The campaign video immediately sparked criticism from viewers who saw the depiction of a Native American dancer as an instance of cultural appropriation. Okay, so they pulled the commercial, for what they call cultural appropriation after they received a lot of backlash from people speaking out about it. Okay, but to name this cologne Savage and in the commercial have a Gadite, a so-called Native American dancing in it, putting Savage and Native American together. And, they do a lot of that, They got, they named the baseball teams after them, the Washington Redskins, the Atlanta Braves, the Cleveland Indians. Esau, they do a lot of stuff like that, stealing their, identity and putting it with their teams and clothing and stuff like that, right? But, okay, it got me thinking, though. Savage, okay? Now, let's look at this word savage. Okay, this is the savage definition out of Wikipedia, from Wikipedia. Okay, savage. Anthropologists once used savage as a blanket term to refer to indigenous people worldwide. Okay, for example, Bronislaw Milowski titled his 1929 study, The Sexual Life of Savages. At the beginning of the 19th century, representatives of the relatively new United States government often used the term in official records when referring to Indian nations. Okay, so it's a term, that these Edomites use when referring to the Gadites and the Reubenites, okay, the so-called Native Americans, okay. Justice Baldwin concurring opinion in Cherokee Nation versus Georgia. This was related to the association of non-Christian people as savages. Early anthropologist Louis H. Morgan posted in Ancient Society, 1877, a three-part evolution of societies from, in his term, savagery through barbaricism to civilization. European Christians once broadly used the word heathens to refer to Native Americans, a pejorative Christian term that refers to people who do not worship the Christian God. Now, it's funny how Esau, Edom, these damn Edomites, like to throw their terms, they the heathen, okay? These Gadites and Reubenites, so-called Native American, they're not heathen, they're children of the Most High, they're Israelites. And they also like to throw the term redskin on the so-called Native Americans when, in actuality, they are the Redskins. They are the only race of people who are red, okay? Esau, Edom means red, okay? Esau, Edom means red. And yet they want to throw the term redskin on someone else, okay, to put it on them. Okay, like I was saying, they want to throw redskins and heathen on other people when in actuality it describes them. Okay, this the definition of Edom in the Bible. Okay, Edom equal red. Okay, it's Aduam in the Hebrew. Okay, red. Edom, Edom, Idumean. Idumean is the Greek way of saying Edom, descendant of Esau, land of Edom, Idumean. Okay. So these damn Edomites are the red people. And they want to go around and label the so-called Native Americans as red people, the red man, the redskin. I even talked to one bugged out Jake. He wanted to tell me about, the so-called Native Americans, not Israelite. He one of those black-only Israelite idiots. They not Israelites, they the red man. I'm like, yeah, fucking idiots, man. All y'all do is repeat what you heard the white man say. Ain't no Native American red. They're all brown people. Okay, just like us. They're all brown people. I mean, dark-skinned people at that. But this idiot want to, regurgitate what the white man has told him and want to call them redskins. And I was asking this fool simple questions out the scriptures, and he don't know it. He been he an Israelite for 17 years, and he a black-only Israelite. Dude to my he ain't prayed to the Most High in 10 years. I'm like, man, you ain't even worth my time. Okay, but back to this right here though. See, they call the Native American savages, stuff like that. And it got me thinking. It got me looking up some stuff too. It's funny how the spirit worked. I even found a few things that I wasn't even aware of just from watching this commercial and doing a little research. So now let's check this out right here. Now this is the Declaration of Independence. The good old Declaration of Independence, huh? And I was doing some research, and I found some interesting language in the Declaration of Independence. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, this is bullshit right here. Action of Second Continental Congress, July 4, 1776. The unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America. Okay, I'm just going to jump down to the good part. To the part I found interesting, rather to say. Okay, Okay. And this right here is talking about the so-called Native Americans, okay? The people who these damn Edomite devils came and raped, robbed, and murdered, okay? I'm gonna start right here. He has incited domestic insurrections among us and has endeavored to bring on the inhabitants of our frontiers the merciless Indian savages whose known rule of warfare is an undistinguished destruction of all ages, sexes, and conditions. So, the merciless Indian savages. And now in 2019, we're supposed to be a post-racial America. We're all one. We're all this huge melting pot, of loving people. Okay, that's what these Edomites push. But right here in the Declaration of Independence, they calling our Gadite and Reubenite brothers the merciless savages. Okay, whose known rule of warfare is an undistinguished destruction of all ages, sexes, and condition. Now, once again, these Edomites putting off what they do on other people. Just like they was calling them the heathen, the red man. Now they're saying their known rule of warfare is an undistinguished destruction. Okay? Ain't it funny that the son of perdition, the son of destruction, want to say someone else is known for destruction of all ages, sexes, and conditions? Ain't it what they do all over the planet Earth? They destroy everything and everybody they come into contact with. They're destroying the Amazon rainforest as I speak right now. They got space trash. They're destroying outer space. They're enslaving animals. But yet, they want to talk about somebody else has a propensity for destruction, an appetite for destruction. No people have an appetite for destruction like the white man, woman, and child, the red Hebrew Edomite. Okay? So, they want to label our brethren merciless Indian savages. And this in the Declaration of Independence. And like that national anthem, they come to find out, last year or 2 years ago, we found out that they didn't play the whole song anymore because, the latter verses went into slavery, how they wanted to keep us enslaved. So, these damn Edomites are being made bare. And we find out all their wickedness, man. We finding out all their little wickedness, man. Esau is being made bare. Okay, this Jeremiah 49 and 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. We found about all the wickedness, just now. Like I said, I didn't even know this about the Declaration of Independence. I'm not shocked. Don't get me wrong. I'm totally not shocked. But we finding out about all your little dirty secrets, man. You're being made bare. You're telling on each other on your news stations, okay? We found out about this. I'm pretty sure somebody watching this video probably don't even know this as well, about you calling the Gadites, the so-called Native Americans, our brethren, merciless savages. How dare you call someone merciless? The audacity of you to call someone merciless. Okay, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. Okay, we found out about all your false flags. There was a false flag shooting yesterday. I don't have proof it's a false flag, but given how it's been going lately, I won't be shocked nor surprised to find out it is a false flag. Okay, you haven't been to Mars. You can't get past the Van Allen belt. Even though a lot of people think you can and will go to these distant planets. Like this one man, you damn niggas through, man. Like this one dude I was talking to, he claimed that, you know, they can go to the moon, and nigga want to tell me about reptilian people and how the Bible is fake and reptilian people is real and Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is bull. I'm like, man, but you want to sit up and tell me about some damn reptilian people, and you believe in the damn white man. You want to talk about the damn earth 10, 20 million years old and what happened, man. These people bulled out, man. I try my best to stay far away from them too, man. But back to damn Esau, man. You know, he kind of, you know, when you talking about bulled out Jake, you got to sometimes, you know, well, most of the time bring up Esau in the conversation because they push his bulled out doctrine. So that's what the connection came with Esau and bulled out Jake. Because this nigga want to talk about damn reptilian people. But back to Esau. Okay. But I have made Esau bare. I have him cover his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. So you Edomites, man, y'all been discovered, man. But, you know, I'm going to finish with this video. Now we're going to get on how Gad and Reuben, the 10 tribes, came to the Americas, okay? Before I go on. Okay, this 2nd Esdras 13, we're going to start at 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoner out of their own land in the time of Esau the king, who Shalmaneser, the king of Assyria, led away captive. And he carried them over the waters, and so they came into another land. But they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. So this is talking about the 10 tribes leaving when they left captivity in Syria, coming to a further country on the other side of the world known as the Western Hemisphere, talking about America, where never mankind dwelt. Okay, verse 42, that they might there keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow place of the river. For the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over. So in the route they were taken over, okay, there's some real strong, you know, tides and storms and stuff. The Most High held those storms and high tides just so they could make it over here. Okay, verse 45, for through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and that same region is called Ashereth. So it's talking about America, which you know is Babylon today, Ashereth. And it took a year and a half by boat to get here. Okay. So 2nd Esdras 13:40 through 45 is how the 10 tribes came to the Americas. Okay. Which you know is the Americas today. Okay. Now this right here, you know, you got these Edomites got to make merchandise of everything. And like I was doing some research on this, man, you know, through the spirit. And look what I came across. These Edomites are selling merciless Indian savages t-shirts. Okay. Man, these damn Edomites, man. Let me find one to click on. Look at this Edomite right here. Merciless Indian savages. The Declaration of Independence. Ain't that something? So these devils commit one of the greatest atrocities known to mankind. Then they walk around with t-shirts on. But yet, they'll say, oh man, you know, God loves everybody, you know. We all one people, man, you know. Why are they sitting in stolen land? But you damn devils got a merciless Indian savage, the Declaration of Independence t-shirt that you're selling. I'm proud of it too. Dead proud of it too. Got some women rocking it. And these same bitches will be talking about, oh, I'm a Native American. I'm from the Cherokee tribe. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. You know, that's the only tribe they know, the Cherokee. Every time I seen a white bitch talking about they're Native American, you better believe they gonna say Cherokee. Okay. You damn Sheetamite devils, y'all not innocent, man. Look at this bitch. Merciless Indian savages. Y'all think y'all ain't gonna pay for this shit. And a stupid ass Christian I sit up here and take up for these motherfuckers. That was one time about song was in the past, but look at this shit right now. Look at all this, man. But that was in the past, brother. We all brothers in Christ now, dude. Look at this. Okay. It's in the past. But yet, you sitting up here selling the damn shirts. And I'm pretty sure they sell a lot of these shirts, man. I'm pretty sure you probably got some damn Edomites that have on this shirt with a Make America Great hat again, or hat on again. Make America Great Again hat on. Rocking a merciless Indian savage. They're just like all that protest that took place, with the Israelites. You know, they had I think that was HOI. And, up there in Washington, D.C., had the Native American protest or pride parade or whatever you want to call it. You had those damn Edomite devils from that Catholic school. They had on goddamn with Make America Great hats again. MAGA hats on at a Native American rally. How disrespectful is that? Native American rally, you devils are the one who raped, robbed, and stole their land and raped, robbed them to death, right? Then they have a Native American rally, you want to show up with a MAGA hat on. It's like showing up to a rape victim meeting with I'm a rapist hat on. That's exactly what it's like. And you devils think y'all not going to pay for all this? This Psalms 73 won't start at 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Okay, verse 6. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. Okay, these are some prideful ass devils. And like the scriptures say, it compasses them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. Okay, just the wicked, man, the wicked. Verse 7, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than the heart could wish. Okay, here go the point right here, verse 8. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lawfully. Okay, about their oppression, they speak lawfully. Okay, these devils are selling merciless Indian savages shirts. And this part of them speaking lawfully right here. Merciless Indian savages, the Declaration of Independence shirts. That's how they speak lawfully concerning oppression. You would think, you would show some kind of remorse, for what you did to these people, man. No. We can't expect that from the devil, right? Of course not. They speak wickedly concerning oppression. It's all part of the curses, though, for us breaking the laws of the Most High. So this is Deuteronomy 28:37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord Yahweh shall lead thee. Okay, and a merciless Indian savage is definitely a byword. Okay, they call them tomahawks, spooks, niggas, wetbacks, jigaboos. They call us all kind of things. Okay, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee. Okay, but they want to call the Gadites and the Reubenites, who were peaceful people, who who welcome these devils with open arms, man. Help them survive in the winter time. Showed them how to bathe themselves because they didn't bathe. They said they could smell these devils on the boat like 20 miles out, probably even further, because that's how stinking they were. You can smell them coming. They wore their clothes till they just tore off their body, man. Hair all over the place. They call them walking dogs on two legs, something like that. But they open up, you know what I'm saying? They open up, they land to you, man. Helped you survive the winter, showed you how to plant and cultivate the land so you can survive. Then you got the hang of what you do. You slaughter them and want to take over. Okay? That's what you did. Okay, so now we're going to see who the real merciless savage is. Okay, and I know we all know who that is. Okay, those of us in the know, we definitely know who the real merciless savage is. Okay, the only true merciless savage. Okay, check this out. Okay, and this is an article entitled 5 Scary Christopher Columbus Quotes That Let You Celebrate the Holiday the Right Way. And you know, as of lately, the last few years or so, people have been pissed off, been finding out about Christopher Columbus and the things he did, and some of his writings and books, came to the light. And, they're taking statues down of certain Edomites who were considered racist or had a treacherous history, past, whatever you want to call it. But now let's see now who the real merciless savages were. Okay, this 5 quotes from Christopher killing Columbus. Okay. Happy Columbus Day. I hope you're celebrating the holiday appropriately by breaking into someone's home, claim that you discovered and now own it. Or you could just, mourn the genocide of indigenous people by shopping, because we all grieve in different ways. You've probably heard a lot of great things about Christopher Columbus and tons of inspiring quotes of him about hard work, God, the sea, etc. But those don't really capture what Columbus and the colonial expansion of which he was part were all about. So, without further ado, allow me to present these quotes that you may not have heard of from or about Christopher Columbus. Okay. I'll jump right to the quotes. Okay, 2. These natives, should I start that one? Okay, I'm gonna jump down to 2. These natives are so nice, we'd be crazy not to enslave them. And they sound like some merciless Indian savages. The devil, Christopher Columbus, said these natives are so nice, we'd be crazy to not enslave them. This excerpt from Columbus' diary describes the Arawak people who greeted him and his men. Okay, this is an excerpt from the book right here that I'm finna read. They brought us parrots and balls of cotton and spears and many other things, which they exchanged for the glass beads and house bills. They willingly traded everything they owned. They were well built with good bodies and handsome features. So it sounds like, Christopher Columbus had a little sodomite in him, or a whole lot of sodomite in him. They do not bear arms, and they do not know them. For I showed them a sword. They took it by the edge and cut themselves out of ignorance. So these people weren't savages. They didn't even know what a damn sword was. They grabbed the sword by the wrong end and cut themselves. Okay? They have no iron. Their spears are made of cane. They would make fine servants. With 50 men, we could subjugate them all and make them do whatever we want. So Christopher Columbus wrote, with 50 men, we can enslave all these people and make them do whatever they want. So who's the merciless savage? He just said These natives are so nice, we'd be crazy not to enslave them. Okay, the third quote. I was right about how easy that whole subjugation thing would be. In another letter to King Ferdinand, Columbus wrote, as soon as I arrived in the Indies, in the first island which I founded, I took some of the natives by force, in order that they might learn and might give me information of whatever there is in these parts. And so it was that they soon understood us, and we them, either by speech or by signs, and they have been very serviceable. So he took slaves and used them for, whatever they wanted to try to do. The fourth quote rather. Rape. Columbus was such a mince, he would let his men do whatever they wanted with the natives they captured. Okay, that includes men, women, and children, okay? This Esau Edom, we're talking about the damn devil. One of his men and a childhood friend of Columbus, Michel de Cuneo, describes in a letter how he raped a native woman. While I was in the boat, I captured a very beautiful Caribbean woman who the said Lord Admiral gave to me. When I had taken her to my cabin, she was naked, as was their custom. I was filled with a desire to take my pleasure with her and attempted to satisfy my desire. She was unwilling, and so treated me with her nails that I wish I had never begun. So she scratched them up. But to cut to a long story short, I then took a piece of rope and whipped her so soundly, she let forth such incredible screams that you would not have believed your ears. Eventually we came to such terms, I assure you, that you would have thought she had been brought up in a school of whores. So they go to rape. And I'm pretty sure they rape men as well. Okay, that's what these devils do. So, once again, who is the unmerciless savage? Okay. 5, not so Christian. But the antidote captured above was not some isolated incident of cruelty. Ironically, but in no way surprisingly, the Spanish who came to save the heathens from their idolatry weren't very Christ-like in their behavior. In his book, The Devastation of the Indies, Bartholomew de la Casa, the priest who accompanied Columbus on his conquest of Cuba, detailed the abuse and murder of the native population. English testimonies proved the mild and pacific temperament of the natives, but our work was to exasperate, ravage, kill, mangle, and destroy. But our work was to exasperate, ravage, kill, mangle, and destroy. That's what their work was. Matter of fact, I gotta grab this scripture right quick. They made me have to grab that one. I'm gonna go back to finish reading it. But it's John 10:10. The thief come not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. Okay, and what the priest said they came to do? The thief come not but to steal and to kill and to destroy. Okay, what do you say they came to do? Okay, but our work was to exasperate, ravage, kill, mangle, and destroy. That's what they come to do. The thief come to steal, kill, and destroy. That's these Edomites no more. Okay, and the Christians, with their horses and swords and pikes, began to carry out massacres and strange cruelties against them. They attacked the towns and spared neither the children, nor the aged, nor the pregnant woman, nor woman in childbed, not only stabbing them and dismembering them by cutting them to pieces as if dealing with sheep in the slaughterhouse. They laid bets as to who, with one stroke of the sword, could split a man in two, or cut off his head, or spill out his entrails with a single stroke of the spike. They took infants from their mother's breast, snatching them by the legs and pitching them head first against the crags, and snatched them by the arms and threw them into the rivers. See? Now, when we talk about, we bring up Psalms 137, oh man, y'all cruel, why would y'all do something like that? I'm going to read that over again. They took infants from their mothers. They took infants from their mother's breast, snatching them by the legs and pitching them head first against crags, or snatched them by the arms and threw them into the rivers, roaring with laughter, saying, as the babies fell into the river. Now, you seen that, right? Now, when we bring up what's going to happen to y'all, what y'all did to our kids, okay? Now, this Psalm 137:7. Remember, O Lord Yahweh, the children of Edom, whose Christopher Columbus is a part of. He's a part of Edom. And the dear Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. So everything y'all have done to us, we're going to happily do to y'all, okay? Here's the point right here in verse 9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. So, the same way you took our kids, you fed them to alligators, and as we read here, what you did to the Gadites, you threw their babies in the river, you slammed them up against whatever hard, ground or crag or a crate, you slam them up against them. We're going to do the same thing to y'all when we get y'all. When the Lord come back and give us the power, we're going to do the exact same thing to y'all. I'm going to read verse 9 over again. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone. So happy we will be when we grab your little Edomite babies by the ankle, and the Most High put the Spirit on us, and slam that little big head bastard into the wall, into a jagged rock. Okay? Y'all did it to us, and the scripture said, happy shall we be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. I'm going to read that part over again. They took infants from their mother's breast, snatching them by the legs and pitching them head first against the crags, or snatched them by the arms and drew them into the rivers, roaring with laughter and saying as the babies fell into the water, boil there, you offspring of the devil. Ain't that some shit? The Edomite want to call somebody a damn devil. They are the physical offspring of the devil on earth. And they want to call someone else the devil while they're doing devilish shit. You throwing babies into the water to drown. You slamming babies head first against jagged objects. Then you want to say, boy, there you offspring of the devil. Other infants they put to the sword along with their mothers and anyone else who happened to be nearby. They made some low, wide gallows on which the hanged victims' feet almost touched the ground, stringing up their victims in lots of 13 in memory of the Redeemer of his 12 apostles. You see that? But y'all children of God, though. Y'all think y'all gonna get mercy? Then set burning wood at their feet and thus burned them alive. To others they attached straw and wrapped their whole bodies in straw and set them on fire. So you send people on fire, man. And y'all gonna feel that fire too. You setting people on fire. And we gonna set y'all ass on fire too, man. That book of Obadiah 1:18. Okay. And set them on fire. What was that? I lost my place. To others they attached straw and wrapped their whole bodies in straw and set them on fire. Matter of fact, I gotta get that now. Hell, I was gonna say this for later on in the video, but hell, so we talking about setting people on fire. Let's talk about when we set you devils on fire after you do your 1,000 years of hardcore slavery. Okay, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire. That's the southern kingdom. And the house of Joseph a flame. That's the northern kingdom. And the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there not shall be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it. So we're going to set y'all devils on fire as a whole entire race of people. This is the extermination of the so-called white man, the Edomites, okay? I'm going to read that over again. The house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. For who spoken it? For the Lord Yahweh hath spoken it. Okay? This is what the Lord said, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai hath spoken it. So we're going to light y'all devils up, man. Like I always say, y'all going to be the guest of honor at the world's largest bonfire. Okay, back to this though. Okay, while still others, all those they wanted to capture alive, they cut off their hands and hung them around the victim's neck, saying, "Go now, carry the message." But the Indians, the so-called Indians, the Native Americans, are the unmerciless savages, though. You gonna cut somebody's hands off and tie them around their neck, man? Like I said, words can't even, there are no words in any language here, not even sign language, to express how bad I want you Edomites, man. Ain't no words to express how bad I want y'all, man. Okay. They cut off their hands and hung them around the victim's neck, saying, "Go now, carry the message," meaning take the news to the Indians who have fled to the mountains. They usually dealt with the chieftains and nobles in the following way. They made a grid of rods, which they placed on forked sticks, then lashed the victims to the grid and lighted a smoldering fire underneath, so that little by little, as those captives screamed in despair and torment, their souls would leave them. And this some merciless shit right here. This how America was established. Okay. Right here's how America was established. Rape, robbery, and murder. So you dumbass niggas out here celebrating the 4th of July and all these damn holidays, this what you celebrate. You celebrating Thanksgiving and all that dumb shit. This what you celebrate. The rape, robbery, and torture of your own damn people. So happy Columbus Day, or actually let's follow the cities and states who have stopped celebrating Columbus Day and celebrate instead Indigenous People Day. Don't celebrate Indigenous People Day. Give them their damn land back. What kind of bullshit is that? We want to celebrate y'all while we sitting in y'all land. I want to celebrate you, but I want to sit in your house and celebrate you, though. All you damn Edomites wicked as hell, man. All of y'all devils is wicked as hell. Wicked as hell. This is Malachi 1. We're going to start at 1. "I have loved you, saith the Lord, Yahweh, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord Yahweh? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau." And this Yahweh was saying he hates y'all, man. I fucking hate y'all. So you not wrong for hating no damn Edomites. You know how Big Mama and the goddamn pastor put this spirit on you of weakness, man. Oh, hate, you don't supposed to hate. Man, look at this. The Lord Yahweh said, "I hated Esau." He hate these damn wicked ass devils, man. Okay, verse 3, "And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and harvests waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down." Here go the point. "And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people whom against the Lord Yahweh have indignation forever." And indignation means rightful hatred. The Most High God has a rightful hatred for you so-called white people. Let that sink in. A rightful hatred. He hates you, okay? And the point is the border of wickedness. They are the beginning of wickedness. And what we just read in that article, was that not complete savagery and wickedness? He just said they were so nice and giving. But you know you the devil when you say someone's so nice and giving, we got to take them in slavery. Then you cut somebody's hands off and tie them around their neck. You burn people alive, beat them, rape them, slam the little babies against the stone. But like I say, when we read Psalms 137, oh, how could you do that to a baby? Y'all gonna do that to the white people? You damn right. Fuck y'all. And the Most High hates you devils, man. And I hate you too. Ain't nothing wrong with hating these damn devils, man. You supposed to love these motherfuckers. Romans 9:11. "For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. So before Jacob and Esau was even born, the Most High chose Esau to be the wicked. Okay. Verse 12, it was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. As it is written, where was it written? The last verse we just read in the Old Testament in Malachi 1:4. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Okay, he got you in the Old Testament and the New Testament. He's letting it be known that he hates you white people. Okay. Verse 14, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? God forbid, meaning hell no. He ain't unrighteous because he hate the damn devil. Y'all the damn devil's offspring on planet Earth to do wickedness. So the hell with you Edomites. Okay? Complete damn devils. It's Proverbs 4, jump to 16. Talking about these Edomites. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause something to fall. So these damn devils can't even get a good night's sleep unless they know they done fucked somebody's life up. Christopher Columbus probably slept like a damn baby after he tied people up and burned them alive and chopped hands off and put them around their neck and slammed the babies into the stones and into the water. He slept like a damn baby. That's probably the best sleep that devil ever had. And the rest of you Edomites the same way. Y'all can't sleep unless y'all doing some mischief. Even to the day. I bet you damn devils at work, just thinking of mischief to do. You'd be happy to foreclose on somebody's house and throw them out. People are wicked as hell. Okay. Now we're going to go into some more of the wickedness of you damn Edomites and show that you are the true and only savages, okay? Not the tribe of Gad or the so-called Native Americans. We can't forget about the biological warfare set out against the so-called Native Americans. Okay, what you giving them smallpox, okay? Did colonists give infected blankets to Native Americans in biological warfare? There's evidence that British colonists in the 18th century America gave Native Americans smallpox-infected blankets at least once, but did it work? Okay. With the arrival of Europeans in the Western Hemisphere, Native American population were exposed to new infectious diseases for which they lacked immunity. The communicable disease including smallpox, measles, devastated the entire Native population. In this article, we focus on the effect of smallpox on the Native Americans from the 15th through the 19th centuries. Among the new infectious diseases brought by the Europeans, the Edomites, smallpox was one of the most feared because of the high mortality rates in infected Native Americans. This fear may have been well-founded because the Native Americans were victims of what was probably one of the earliest episodes of biological warfare. Thus, the arrival of smallpox and the decline of the Native American population was honorably linked as the history summarized here illustrates. So, not only did you have Christopher Columbus and his men doing all those things, then you set out with biological warfare to give them smallpox. And you wonder why we call y'all the devil. How dare any white person get offended when we call y'all devils? The audacity of you. Now, these are some of the images of people infected with smallpox, okay, look like. You see this? Do you see this shit? And y'all wonder why we call y'all the fucking devil? Really? To purposely do this to someone. That's why when we get y'all in our kingdom, man, I don't know how y'all gonna survive the first hour of a long day. Look at this. Y'all really think y'all not gonna pay? Well, there's some good white people. All of them ain't bad, but they benefiting out what their forefathers done, though. Man, we gonna jack y'all up, man. Y'all gonna have all kind of diseases, everything, man. Y'all gonna pay for this shit. But it's prophesied that this will happen to our people. Okay, this is Deuteronomy 28. We're going to start at 27. The Lord Yahweh will smite thee with the botch of Egypt, with the hemorrhoids, and with the scab, and with the itch, whereof thou canst not be healed. Jump down to 35. The Lord Yahweh shall smite thee in the knees and in the legs with a sore botch that cannot be healed, from the sole of thy foot unto the top of thy head. Okay, and you seen it how they had all those small pox covering them. Okay, and the reason why, because we know the Most High brought these things upon us because we disobeyed the Lord and didn't keep His commandments. Okay, what am I looking for? Where is it? Okay, this is verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep His commandments and His statutes which He commanded thee. So that's why the Most High brought the white man against us, okay, for not keeping the commandments, okay. But you Edomites still gonna pay in the end, though. Okay, this verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies which the Lord Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in the want of all things, and He shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until He have destroyed thee. Okay. And what this remind me what the dude said in that article. So he didn't show favor to the young or old. Verse 49, the Lord Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from afar, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young. And what was said right here, talking about the scripture we just read, they attacked the towns and spared neither the children, nor the aged, nor the pregnant woman, nor the woman in childbed. So that's a MO, okay? Didn't spare anyone, man. And you're not going to be spared either, okay? Okay, not only did they kill the people of the land, these devils also slaughtered the buffalo. Because, you know, the Native Americans, the Gadites, the Reubenites, you know, they used the buffalo, of course, for meat. But they didn't only just use it for meat. They used every part of the buffalo. They used the skin to make clothing or to build their homes. They used the hooves and the teeth to make jewelry. I mean, no part of the buffalo went wasted. They used the total buffalo, okay? This story is entitled, Kill Every Buffalo You Can. Every buffalo dead is an Indian gone. The American bison is the new U.S. national mammal, but its slaughter was once seen as a way to starve Native Americans into submission. So they came, they killed the buffalo, slaughtered the buffalo. They contaminated the water. They peed in the rivers. They shitted in the rivers and lakes. Poured other chemicals in it to destroy the fish and the life was in that, to make the water undrinkable, because you could, before the Edomites showed up, you could drink from a pond or a stream or a lake and get fresh, clean water. But they polluted, you know, the water streams and everything else. I'm pretty sure they burn stuff like they're doing in the rainforest as I speak. Okay, so they slaughtered the buffalo. Jump down to this point right here. One colonel 4 years earlier had told a wealthy hunter who felt a shiver of guilt after he shot 30 bulls in one trip, Kill every buffalo you can. Every buffalo dead is an Indian gone. Merciless savages, man. Total merciless savages, man. So kill every buffalo you can. Every buffalo dead is an Indian gone. Came and took out the food source. Now this is the dead buffalo who they slaughtered. Those aren't just the bodies, okay? You see this damn devil standing on the top? Those are skulls. So that's a lot of damn buffalo that was slaughtered. You see this? Those are not entire buffalo bodies. Those are just the skulls only. And it made a huge fucking mountain. And I'm pretty sure this wasn't the only mountain of buffalo they had. This is just one picture. This just one picture, okay? And you think you're not gonna pay for this shit? So I can go back. Look at the devil up there. Throwing another head. These are all skulls of buffalo. Like I said, this is not the whole body. Just skulls. We're gonna let the buffalo get revenge on y'all ass too, man. Let the damn buffalo, or herd of buffalo just stampede you devils, man. Wicked as shit. Okay, but it, prophesies to happen. It's part of the curses, though, for disobeying the Most High. So Deuteronomy 28, gonna start at 31. Thine ox, talking about the buffalo, thy ox shall be slain before thine eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Thy ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face, and shall not be restored to thee. Thy sheep shall be given unto thy enemies, and thou shalt not have none to rescue them. So that ox shall be slain before thy eyes. Ain't that what happened when we just saw? The ox being slain before thy eyes? Look at this, man. Like I said, these are all skulls, man. Look at that dude. I claim you. Sitting there with a buffalo head he got his foot propped up on. Y'all think y'all not gonna pay for this shit? Really? Pose and look at this devil. And you wonder why we call y'all the fucking devil. Proud of this shit too. Look at him. Posing. Like I say, man, we're gonna let a herd of damn buffalo stampede y'all ass. Y'all who remember when these damn devils at Standing Rock 2 years ago? They're trying to take even more than Native American land now. They made treaties with them. Pushed them back to a certain part of the land. They pushed them into a corner. Now they stealing the land to make a damn pipeline. And the buffalo showed up. At the protest, the buffalo showed up. Check out this video. Check this out.
Treaty land right now. How do you feel with them coming on treaty land? How do you feel in your own land of your ancestors? How do you feel?
I feel disrespected. I feel hurt. I feel this hurt that these guys won't never understand. I try to tell them, but the only reason why we're moving back is because they're armed, batons, tear gas, riot gear, weapons, rubber bullets. That's what it takes for them to push us back. They carry weapons because they're scared.
What does this land mean to you, this traditional land?
This land means everything. Look at over there, all the buffalo. Look at all those buffalo. Look at all those buffalo there. They're coming for you guys. Be careful.
Danka Oyate, the Buffalo Nation, in support of the protectors. How cool is that? No way.
Okay, they can stop taking. I'm good. Let's conserve our TVU battery.
Yeah, in your face, people. That's beautiful.
Alright, I'm being arrested.
So you see the buffalo showed up to the protest, right? Y'all stealing land. That's a huge sign from the Most High, man. You devils are on your way down. Y'all in the last few seconds of y'all rulership. Y'all rulership is circling the drain. The buffalo who y'all slaughtered and wiped out to damn near extinction had a herd of wild buffalo show up at the protest. If that ain't a sign, I don't know what it is. Okay. But I ain't gonna make it too much longer. I've been going like an hour. I mean, this could be a 10-hour video just detailing all y'all wickedness, just to the Native Americans alone. Okay, our brethren, the Gadites and Reubenites. But I ain't gonna make it too much longer. Okay. But going to a little bit more of the wickedness y'all did to the tribe of Gad and Reuben. Okay. This one we all know about, the Trail of Tears, where these devils force the tribes to walk with old people, babies, sick, okay, injured, to walk from Florida and Georgia to Oklahoma. And it's known as the Trail of Tears. But they are the merciless savages, though. At the beginning of the 1830s, nearly 125,000 Native Americans lived on the millions of acres of land in Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, North Carolina, and Florida. Their ancestors had occupied and cultivated for generations. By the end of the decade, very few natives remained anywhere in the southeastern United States, working on behalf of white settlers who wanted to grow cotton on the Indians' land. The federal government forced them to leave their homeland and walk thousands of miles to a specially designated Indian territory across the Mississippi River. This difficult and sometimes deadly journey is known as the Trail of Tears. So the elderly who couldn't keep up, they killed them. The babies who cried and were sickly, they killed the babies, smashing them into stones and into the ground again. Okay, the Indian problem. White Americans, particularly those who lived on the western frontier, often feared and resented the Native Americans they encountered. To them, American Indians seemed to be unfamiliar, alien people who had occupied land that white settlers wanted. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? They occupied land that y'all wanted and y'all feared them. Y'all the damn aliens. Y'all the illegal aliens. Okay. American Indians seem to be unfamiliar, alien people who occupied land that white settlers wanted and believed they deserved. Some officials in the early years of the American Republic, such as President George Washington, believed the best way to solve this Indian problem was simply to civilize the Native Americans. Y'all the ones who need to be civilized because y'all the savages, the unmerciless savages. The goal of this civilization campaign was to make Native Americans much like white Americans as possible by encouraging them convert to Christianity. That bullshit Christianity again that you niggas love. Okay. That's a whole, I ain't even gonna get into that right now, but these devils conquered the world through Christianity. And they conquered you through Christianity as well. Okay. Christianity was some made-up concepts that these devils came up with and gave you a fake white Jesus to brainwash you into their beliefs. We're going to steal your land, rape, rob, and murder you, and we're going to give you the Bible, not in the true form, but in the form, the slave Bible, which we've taken out verses and Cause if you got time, Google slave Bible, you see all the stuff they're taking out. But they want to give you Christianity, give you a doctrine that they came up with and a false God to believe in while they rape, rob, and murder you all at the same time. Okay. And convert them to Christianity, learn to speak and read English, and adopt European style economic practices such as the individual ownership of land and other property, including, in some instances, in the South African slaves. In the southeastern United States, many Chickasaw, Seminole, Creek, and Cherokee people embraced these customs and became known as the 5 civilized tribes. Okay, so they wanted to get you away from your customs and get to their way of life. Okay, to just beat all your customs out of you and live like the white man. So of course, what they come up with? Boarding schools. American Indian boarding schools. So, they take the kids, because they want your kids, okay? Many of the old people, they killed off. They want the younger generation, kind of like how they're doing now. They're feminizing and making the younger generation okay with homosexuality. So, by the time us older people, gone and out the way, you can just start a new wave with the younger generation. And that's what they did in American Indian boarding schools. Okay, they separated the kids from the adults and their parents, and they sent them to boarding school. Okay, that's what boarding school is all about. The Native American boarding schools, known as the Indian residential schools, were established in the United States during the late 19th and mid-20th centuries with a primary objective of assimilating Native American children and youth into Euro-American culture, while at the same time providing a basic education in Euro-American studied subjects. These boarding schools were first established by Christian missionaries. Okay, these devils just go around and spread that wickedness with their little pamphlets, and just like the I know y'all remember about last year. That tribe in the jungle was never had contact with outside life, and the Christian missionary took a boat there to try to get them a football and internet and all that bull, and they rained down arrows on his ass and killed him. Okay, that's what the Gadites should have did to these devils when they came. Okay, but back to this though, the boarding schools were first established by Christian missionaries in various denominations, who often started schools on reservations, especially in the lightly populated areas of the West. The government paid religious orders to provide basic education to Native American children on reservations. In the late 19th and early 20th century, with the last residential school closing as of late 1973, the Bureau of Indian Affairs founded additional boarding schools based on the assimilation model of the off-reservation Carlisle's Indian Industrial School. So they separated the kids from the parents so they can indoctrinate them into their way of life, into their way of thinking, and make them totally forget about their customs and their way of life. Okay, it's just one of many things these devils did. Okay, one of many. Then they also came back with this, just the racist cartoons and images and statues. This right here is the racist history of Peter Pan's Indian tribe. Okay, even in the early 20th century, critics saw Tiger Lily and her fellow Pickaninnies as characters. Okay, look at this. This is what these devils do. They make fun of you, man. The cartoon, the media, everything, man. Okay, racist history of Peter Pan's Indian tribe. Wow. Everybody know Andrew Jackson, okay, hated the Indians, and he was named, Andrew Jackson was called Indian Killer. Trump honored Navajos in front of his portrait. So Andrew Jackson, who's on your $20 bill, is known as the Indian Killer. Okay, he's on your $20 bill now. Wicked devil Andrew Jackson. And a lot of people seem to think that President Trump is Andrew Jackson's reincarnation, because he has a deep, immense hate for the Northern Kingdom. Just like this devil Andrew Jackson. But check this out, though. Now, this, like you see the title, it says Andrew Jackson was called Indian Killer. Trump honored Navajos in front of his portrait. So here go Trump. Got the Navajo tribe at the White House. And look who in the background. That image right there. Andrew Jackson. Now you tell me that ain't some shit. He got Andrew Jackson in the background while he honored the Navajo tribe there. It's like somebody honoring you at their place, and they got a picture of the person who killed your family member right there, and you standing in front of them. You tell me these motherfuckers ain't the devil, man. Okay? I ain't gonna read all this, though. But the prominent placement of an Andrew Jackson portrait during an event meant to honor a group of Native Americans at the Oval Office on Monday has raised questions about the White House message. Jackson is known for his harsh treatment of Native Americans as president, famously signing the Indian Removal Act, which led to thousands of Native Americans' deaths as tens of thousands were forced to relocate. Some observers thought the juxtaposition of his portrait during the event with the stated purpose of honoring 3 Navajo code talkers was strange. That's the damn devil for you. Got the portrait in the back as he talked to them. Okay? Got the portrait in the back, man. Wicked as hell. Wicked as hell. Oh my goodness, man. But this Jeremiah 15:5. Who shall pity thee, Slacky? For who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem? Or who shall bemoan thee? Who shall go aside to ask how thou doest? Okay? None of these nations have pity on us, man. None. Okay? And they won't even ask how you doing, man. They won't even show just the basic, genuine concern. Okay? Just the basic concern, man. But that's okay, though. But this the prophecy we're finna get into now. It is okay, Esau, eating. Y'all day is coming. Okay, this Genesis 49. This was Jacob was dying. And he brought all his kids around, his 12 sons around, and told them what was going to happen in the last day. Now, we're just going to focus on the so-called Native Americans, the tribe of Gad, okay? Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last, okay? Gad, so-called Native Americans, okay? A troop shall overcome him, and that troop was the U.S. Cavalry, okay? But he shall overcome at the last. So, it's prophesied in the beginning in Genesis that in the end times, the tribe of Gad, the so-called Native Americans, would overcome in the last, okay? And that's exactly what's going to happen, because we all know the Most High words do not go out void. So judgment is coming for you damn Edomites, okay? Isaiah 14, jump to the good part. 21, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. So all y'all, it wasn't me, I would never do nothing like that. You are your forefathers in reincarnation, okay, if you can receive that, okay. You are your forefathers. So it says, prepare slaughter for his children for their iniquity, the sins of their fathers, for what Christopher Columbus did, Andrew Jackson. You all are benefiting off of it right now. You're able to walk around on stolen land and still be wicked and make laws against the tribes and redlining and so many other things, okay? That they do not rise nor possess the land, okay? Possess no land. Look what you're doing down in the rainforest right now, okay? Nor fill the face of the world with cities. Okay, for I will rise up against them, says the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, the remnant, the son, and nephew, says the Lord. So to just wipe you out from the root, man, completely. Okay, let me go ahead and wrap up. It's Ezekiel 35:5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by force of the sword in the time of their calamity. and the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sit thou not hast not hated blood. I'm just reading it over. Sit thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men, in thy hills, and in thy valleys, and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain by the sword. So judgment is coming for you devils, man. I love it. I can't wait. Okay, and this how it's going to come too, you know. This wrote Ezekiel 25:12. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because Edom, the white man, woman, and child, have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and I will cut off man and beast from it. I will make it desolate from Teman, and there Dedan shall fall by the sword. Here go my favorite part, verse 14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord God Yahweh. So we're going to have the Most High's anger and vengeance upon us when we're dealing with y'all. Okay? We're going to have the Lord's anger upon us dealing with y'all, man. Okay? It's James 2:13. For he shall have judgment without mercy, that have showed no mercy, and mercy rejoices against judgment. You devils ain't showed no mercy, man. So we ain't gonna show no mercy to y'all. Okay? And we're gonna rejoice, okay? We're gonna rejoice against y'all judgment too, at y'all judgment. All gas, no brakes, man. All gas, no brakes, man. This some of y'all judge me where I want to go. Psalms 149, we'll go to 6. Psalm 149 says, let the high praise of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand. It's literally, we're going to have a two-edged sword in our hand to execute vengeance upon the heathen and the punishment upon the people. Okay? To bind their kings with chains and nobles with fetters of iron. So all your kings, your Rockefellers, the DuPonts, your Andrew Jackson, your Trumps, all the kings and nobles with chains and fetters of iron. Okay, we're going to enslave y'all, put y'all in chains, going to lock y'all ass up. Verse 9, to execute the judgment written, this honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord. And the saints of the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, to execute the judgment that is written. Okay, let's look at some of y'all judgment. With some of them. Okay. Psalms. I'm going to go back to this one, man. I love reading this scripture when I'm talking about y'all devils, man. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom and the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Okay, so like I say, we're gonna happily do the things to y'all that y'all did to us, man. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones, man. So we're gonna jack y'all a little real bad. Y'all deserve it, man. Real bad. Okay. I know it. I ain't even gonna read. Oh, I read it over there. 1:18. In the house of Jacob shall be a fire, in the house of Joseph a flame, in the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken, man. So this y'all judgment, this the judgment that's written, that we read about in Psalms 149, 6-9. That's the judgment, man. Gotta go into hardcore slavery, get the brakes beat off y'all, build up our kingdom, and be set on fire and exterminated as a race. Okay, I pray this lesson was found edifying. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.